I started taking my wife's money. I mean, I go into her wallet. I take her money.
Was she aware you were taking her money?
So I'll tell her, I've got emergency. I need to use this money. I'll take it when she finds out the fault, and I'll tell her.
You were stealing it.
I don't want to go there.
Have you gone over 200,000?
It should be over 200,000.
For those who bet, they claim betting can be thrilling. But the truth of the matter is that it becomes an obsession and eventually an addiction that many young people in this country struggle to deal with. I mean, to start with, we have very limited rehabilitation centers. Also, we have a quite judgmental society. And so the moment you're addicted, it's difficult to find help. Even walking into a psychiatric place can be a problem for many. And so at what point do we say enough is enough to the betting companies who really have inundated all of us on TV, on radio, on social media? Every space has been occupied by betting companies. And the latest one I heard, apart from the sports betting, is something they called Aviator. It turns out it's a really, really big animal, a beast that has driven so many young people, men and women alike, into the gutter. At some point, they just don't know and they want to call it quits. Some have ended their lives, others have gone into deep depression and struggling to come out. Fortunately for me this morning, I'm seated with a gentleman who's lived it, is living it, and has come close to ending his life. I'll call him Prince for the purpose of keeping his identity private. It's good to have you on my podcast.
Thank you very much.
At what point did you decide to go into betting?
Well, betting was something that I never wanted to. So I had friends doing it, and I was just watching them doing it, and they were always telling me to do research, and I didn't want to do it. So I was once at work, and like everybody was doing it.
In the office?
Like everybody was doing it.
Sports betting?
Sports betting. So it was like, now branch here now betting when you be no. I was like, no, I'm not interested. Then she took my phone.
A lady?
Yeah, took my phone and registered and deposited 10 cedis into my account. And they were like, this weekend there's matches and stuff. So, I mean, they did it and sent me a code. And I also put it into it. So, you win some and lose some.
Did you win at the first try?
The first try, no, it didn't go well. Okay, then let's try again. So then, from then you do the deposit yourself. Then you learn. Every guy loves football. I don't know any guy who doesn't like football.
Well, women love football too. I love football.
So yeah, I know. So you arrange the teams and hope they win, they draw or overs. So there's home, there's away, there's home away, there's home or draw, there's draw or away. And their handicaps, you dash some teams' goals and see if it will go for you. So eventually you win, then you become happy. You know, so when you
What was your first win?
I don't think I remember, but it wasn't quite big because I didn't stake big. So when you win a little...
Do you remember the teams you bet on? Hopefully not Manchester United.
I'm a Man U fan.
Then you must have lost a lot betting on Manchester United to win.
So what you do is, you know your team, you know their strength and their weakness.
Right.
So if you're a Man U fan and you know that by all means Man U will concede a goal, so you give Man U to concede.
Right.
Just so Man U concede, by all means will concede.
Definitely.
Definitely. Yeah. Onana imposed.
Onana took a jab here.
So you win. I was winning. I remember.
But when you say you were winning, what sums were you winning? 1,000 cedis,
5,500. So I think my highest winning on sports, the sports soccer one was 7,000. And then, so when you get 7,000, you'll be like, oh, okay. So if I'm able to use...
How much did you bet?
Well, let's say 100 or 50 cedis.
100 CDs?
Yes.
And you got 7,000
Yes.
CDs.
So you'll be like, okay, so if 100 cities was able to get you 7,000, what can 500 or 1,000 get you? And people misconstrue this with greediness. I mean, everybody wants profit, exactly. So I mean, if you're able to get 6,500 from 50 cities or 100 cities, I mean, you'd be aiming higher. So then you go with 1,000, and maybe the margin will be like, because you want to be safe, maybe you go home or draw, so that if you know the home is going to win, you go home or draw, so that it won't be high. The risk will be low. And I bet 1,000, and I was supposed to get like 20,000 or 15,000, and one team spotted. So you like, okay.
Remember which team?
I think I was in Israeli Tel Aviv or something.
Tel Aviv.
Yeah.
You bet in every league.
I mean, you do research. Some people have notebooks that they do research. Oh yeah.
Notebooks.
Some people have notebooks.
Betting notes.
Yes.
It's become a course of study.
Oh, exactly.
Right.
So people sit down at midnight. I mean, and there are sites that also predict. They give predictions. So you have to go through all those things to. I mean, it's somebody's full-time business.
I see.
Yeah.
And so you bet on a number of teams. And this Tel Aviv team let you down.
Let me down, yeah.
And you lost the 1,000 cities?
1,000 cities. So you stop there because you want to get back what you've lost. So then you go again. You go again and be like, so it's like it becomes something that engulfs you. You know, it's like climbing the stairs. I mean, the higher you go, thinking you're going to get to the sky, you're going to get big, because you have the hope of winning big.
And also, you see people claiming that they've won big.
Yes, social media they're posting it. I want to mention names. There are popular people on social media that I mean, post their winnings.
Even the betting companies post their winnings as well, right? To entice people like you.
So they post winnings. So they've won this, and they've won that. And it's a huge canker in this country. It's huge.
We'll come to that, because indeed, you've gone for the best description. It is a canker. But let's focus on the point at which you moved from sports betting to Aviator, whatever it's called. Your highest winning for sports betting, you said, was 7,000
CDs.
Yes, yeah.
And then from there, it was a downward.
That was a downward, yeah.
Yeah, you kept losing money.
Yes.
You didn't win anything big from that point.
No.
Who introduced you to Aviator?
Okay, so I was on Snapchat one evening, and I saw a lady, posting her winnings on Aviator, on Sportybet. I don't know if I'm allowed to mention
Yes,
names.
why not?
on Sportybet. And she had created an account. She was doing it for others. I mean, you give her your logins, you deposit an amount, then she will play it for you. And she was posting the winnings of the people that she's done for. So I messaged her.
Why did you message her? Something must have. Is it the winnings?
The winnings.
The winnings attracted you.
Yes,
Were they huge?
They were huge. And sports was
What kind of figures was she posting?
10,000, 20,000, 15, 40,000.
What's your salary? You work, right? You're employed.
Yeah, it's going to give me out.
Your salary will give you out.
Yes.
Give me a rough idea. Is it in the 2,000s, in the 3,000s, 5,000s?
Okay, without my deductions, because I have some deductions on it, so currently it's around 1,500.
It's around 1,500.
Yes, please.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, and these deductions are statutory deductions or?
Statutory and personal.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
You took loans?
Yes, please.
Okay, we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
This lady kept posting winnings, and then you got attracted. You became interested, and you messaged her.
Yeah.
What happened from that point?
So we started talking. So she taught me how to play it. And my first winning was.
Did you have to pay her for the lessons?
Fortunately for me, I didn't pay her.
Okay.
Others were paying her to run the account. Because you give her your account, she wins, and she takes some percentage. But she'll tell you it's a game of chance. So if you lose, I mean,
That's it.
that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she told me, I think my first winning was 5,000 with 100 cities.
On Aviator.
Yeah, then it was.
She played that.
No, I did myself.
You did it yourself.
Yes. Then it was.
Okay, hold on. She took you through the mail.
Yeah.
You understood the game. How long did it take you to understand?
Okay, she was like, okay, she'll be playing at midnight. So I should wake up at midnight. And when she's ready for me to play, she'll tell you, message you, play.
Okay. At midnight?
Yeah.
You were not getting enough sleep for work the next day?
I was looking for the money.
Money overrides everything, right? Makes sense.
So when it's time, so at I think 2 years ago, it was good. I mean,
You started 2 years ago.
Yeah, roughly.
Fairly
3 years ago, or
Okay.
4 years ago. So it was new then, so it was good. We had times that we played. There were times that we knew that it was going to go higher. Okay, so with the 100 cities, we played bit by bit. And the thing is that
And you won 5,000 cities.
yes, and the thing is that with Aviator you can never win. Let no one fool you with Aviator, you can never win. Because
But you won 5,000.
yes, so that's the tricky part. Yeah. So when you get that amount, everybody will be like, so why didn't you stop playing? Why didn't you stop playing? So you made the math. 100 to
5,000.
what can 5,000 get you? So maybe you have, so I want to do this. I want to do this. So
You have plans.
so you
Man has plans.
so you start making plans in your head.
Right.
Not small, bigger plans. So from 100
To
cities,
build a house,
Just
to buy a
to get-
car,
to get a car, to buy land,
to buy land,
you
take
have-
care of the home.
take care of the home. So then, from 5,000, this where the thing starts. It will play good for a time, then start coming down.
When you say you play good for some time, what do you mean? You win.
You win.
They
You
mean
keep winning.
Going up, it's you be winning for some time.
So you saw an increase in your winning.
Yes, you win it.
okay.
What was your next big win after the 5,000?
Yeah. So when you start winning big for a time, I don't know if they use AI and psychological. I mean, the game has. I think they have psychologists there that know the human nature. So before you start playing, they know. I mean, your mindset and your thinking, because you're getting 5,000, and your next one is to go higher. So that's when the tricks come. You just start playing bad. So you'll be going. It will play bad, and you'll be thinking
Bad means losing money.
losing. You go 1.1, 1.00, 1.5 to when you start losing. When it even goes to 2, you don't want to take it because you think that it will go higher again.
And how much were you putting in?
Oh, so
At
It's
this
just
point.
150 is two places. So
Okay.
150
Okay.
or 50-20 cities. 150.
Okay.
So when it start going bad, to go bad, your mind will be like, okay, next one will go higher. Then it will go bad.
All
By the
right.
time you realize the 5,000 that you've gotten,
It's gone.
it's gone. And when that happens, your mindset will be like, I don't have to let this 5,000 go. I have to get it back. So that's when
The bigger problem starts.
the physical problem starts. So you're going to, if you have savings, you go into your savings.
That's what you did. How
I
much
did.
had you saved? Do you remember?
I don't save a lot, but then the least that I have, I use it. And when
On Aviator?
and when your money gets finished,
How much would you say you used from your own pocket before you went external?
okay, I can't say I went more than 10,000, more than 10,000 to 15,000.
15,000
Yes,
from your personal
from personal
savings.
So when you become broke,
Hold on. You squandered all of that money on Aviator, and you're married.
yeah,
Was your wife aware?
initially she wasn't aware of it.
She wasn't aware of it.
No. Because I play at night when she's asleep, and
Okay.
or when I'm alone.
But you didn't have a joint account.
No, please.
Okay, an individual account.
So you did.
She didn't know what you were losing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You spent 15,000 CDs of your personal savings on Aviator.
And you
lost all of
I
that.
lost all of that.
Okay. Now, what happened after?
So now, you start thinking of how to get money to play.
Was there a voice that told you to give up?
You can never give up because you've lost money and you want to get it back.
Okay.
So nothing will tell you to stop. Your mindset to be get your money back.
15,000 CDs is a lot of money. Yeah.
And that's just a start. So I started taking my wife's money. I mean, I go into her wallet. I take her money.
Was she aware you were taking her money? Oh, you're married, so
Yeah.
I mean, what belongs to her belongs to you too.
So I'll tell her I've got emergency. I need to use this money. But I'll take it when she finds out before, and I'll tell her.
Ah,
Yeah.
Okay.
you were stealing it.
Yeah, I don't want to go there.
You don't want to use that word. All right. You
I
took
was-
it without permission.
Let's go.
That way. All right.
And when she gives me her when she brings money home, I'll take it.
She
I'll take
tells
it.
you she's brought money home, or you just
I
know.
just know she.
You just know she's brought money home.
If I don't have I don't have, so then she will have to start bringing money home.
Okay. But did she ask you why you had gone broke? Or she didn't notice you had gone? I mean, if you were taking money from her, then it signaled
Yeah,
a problem.
I didn't have. I just told her I didn't have money.
Okay. She
Then
didn't ask
She
questions.
asked questions. I mean, every person I would. I tell her I'm doing something and I need money, or a friend needs money, and I have to borrow the person's money. So
Okay.
I've given my money out. So when it comes back, I'll give it to her.
Okay.
Um,
So you kept taking
I
from
kept
her.
taking from her.
Any idea how much you took from your
I was
wife?
taking money from her.
How much?
Oh, I was taking like 20,000 from her because I told her I'll give it back.
And she believed you.
Yes, and she
Of course.
Because
You're the husband.
yes, and I wasn't this miserable. I mean, I was a public guy. I mean, I was well built. Like I can show some pictures when you're done. I was well built. I mean, good looking. Well,
You're still good looking.
adopted question. I'm hearing people saying that I don't look good anymore and stuff. Everywhere I go. So I started. Then you become a liar because you have to coin stories to tell people to give you money. So I've borrowed from all my contact list.
What do you tell them? What kind of stories were you fabricating?
And there's no money home. I've taken money from my wife, and now she's asking for it back. My child is sick, and I used to have a car. My car is broken down, and I was good to people.
So they thought they had to pay back. They had to be kind
No,
in return.
I don't know if it's a payback because I'm that person that gives even if
Yeah, so they were returning favors. You know, not
favors, I see.
payback. You
Yes.
know,
so it'll be like, oh, if
Okay.
this guy will never ask for money from me, like
they were surprised.
yes, this guy will never do that. So why is he asking? That means that he's really in trouble. You know, so I borrow, keep borrowing, I keep borrowing. Someone's money is with me. Somebody trusts me so much. Like people trust me. So if somebody's money is with me, like over 100,000 cities with me.
They give it to you in trust.
Yes.
For what exactly?
No, to keep for them.
To keep for them.
Because they know, yes, because they know I'm somebody that
They can trust.
I can trust.
And you blew it on Aviator.
And the person didn't want to spend it because it's for somebody else. So
You didn't encourage them to put it in the bank.
no, it's short for. Okay, so I started going into it. So you put 5,000 into your accounts, and when it goes, you have to chase that 5,000. So you have to go for that and that money to chase the money because it's not yours.
You need to pay
You
back.
have to pay back. So when that 5,000 goes, you go with another one, and that one also go, and you have to go back for another one. So it kept going. It kept going. Eventually, all the 100,000 plus, and
Finished. Zero, zilch. Okay, I'll come back to the 100,000. You said that you recall borrowing
yes,
20,000, well, taking 20,000 CDs or more from your wife.
yeah.
And then when you couldn't tell tales to your wife, you had to go external.
External.
Any idea how much you borrowed from people?
I've borrowed though. Like, it's. I'm really surprised. Like, I'm this calm
still-
now, and
Yeah.
See, I've from my workspace, I've borrowed from everybody.
Your colleagues.
And I mean, they can't tell how no. It's. I've borrowed. I call friends. I borrowed from them. I call and somebody wants his money ending of this month. Okay, so I've borrowed. Some of them have not even got yet on my pay slip. I've borrowed from banks. I've borrowed from people who
You borrowed from banks.
I've gone for loans that fill the forms because
Did you go to quick loan?
I'm owing them. They've even sent a message. Let me
Show it to you.
yeah, it's
Where's this phone?
I'm supposed to pay it today.
How much?
Oh, it's 300 something.
300.
Yeah,
Oh, that's okay. I mean,
It's due, and they've told me it's due, and they're going to give me interest.
when did you borrow this 300 CDs from Quick
think,
Loan?
I think last month.
Last month.
Yes, please.
And what did you use it for? On Aviator.
Aviator.
How much investment have you made there in Aviator? I mean, because you've already spent a whopping 100,000 CDs that was given to you in trust. And then another 20,000 from your wife. That's 120,000. Please help me with my maths. And then another 15,000 from your account. That's 135,000. Then from friends.
Parents. Don't do the math.
Please, I have all the time. And
So,
and you've taken loans.
taking my friends. Okay, my friend's husband gave me 3,000.
What do you tell your friend's husband to get 3,000?
Emergency, like
Emergency.
they know that I'm a
I'm a good
Why are the husbands of my friends? Why are you two giving me money? Anyway,
surveillance.
you told him it was an emergency and he gave you
7,000.
3,000.
8,000, 5,000.
Wow. In total, can you put a figure? Have you gone over 200,000?
It should be over 200,000.
Over 200,000
Yes.
in loans
Yes.
and
Loans and
personal.
Borrowings and
You keep borrowing
borrowing.
and you've put all of this money into
Into
Aviator.
Yeah.
Is it okay for me to call it evil, to call Aviator evil?
It's more than evil. It's destroying lives. I mean, people are thinking that cocaine and stuff is, but Aviator is destroying lives. No.
I want to read the message you sent to me that got us here, not to give all the details out. You had already sent me a message in 2022. I never responded, but sorry about that. But I saw this particular one. And you say, "Hi, it's me again. I believe by now you think I'm being a nuisance because of the constant DMs. A few years back, you embarked on a quest to stop tramadol and other drug abuse by the youth. As I'm talking, there is a game known as Aviator, which is causing far more damage than tramadol and other drugs. This game is rendering people homeless, people committing suicide, and people going to prison. As I'm writing to you, I am a victim. I have spent all my money and even borrowed money to invest in this game. I am now a shadow of myself. I owe a lot of people, and they are coming after me. Try and do a story about Aviator and the harm it's causing the youth. You will hear heartbreaking and devastating stories." You know, when you sent me this, I immediately took a screenshot and shared with George. And George thought, indeed, it's a conversation we must have.
Yeah.
And then he prompted me to ask about Aviator on social media. I posted it on Twitter. And my direct messages, oh my God, has been overwhelming. Harrowing stories of harm, people coming close to committing suicide, people who've become homeless, people spend their school fees. They're in the university, their parents think they're in the university, but they're not even there because they haven't paid their fees. Hostel fees being squandered. So many stories from students and workers alike. And this is really a canker, to borrow the word you used earlier. And so, I mean, you borrowed 300 CDs from Quick Loan just last month.
Yeah.
It means if I give you money today, you would go back to Aviator.
I've gone through it, and I'm going through it. The pain.
But you've not become homeless, have you?
No.
You
God being good, I'm not homeless yet.
Okay, yet.
Yeah.
You think that could happen?
I pray it doesn't get to that stage.
You haven't squandered your rent, have you?
No, please.
No, not yet.
Yes.
How about school fees? How many children do you have?
Two.
Are you able to pay their fees?
I've paid some, and I'm always getting reminders.
From the school?
From
Of
the
course
school.
you will.
Yeah.
Is your wife aware that you are addicted to betting?
She is now,
She's not. You had to tell her.
because
How was that conversation?
I cried. I was crying, because I had lost hope. I was crying. So she saw me crying. So she asked why I was crying. I was like, no, I wanted to be a man. No, and the shame, you know. That's why people are not coming out, because of the shame. You know, the shame. I didn't want to tell her, so I cried the whole night.
You were tired,
I was tired,
emotionally and physically.
psychologically. I mean, you can't eat. That's the reason why
You said you've lost weight.
I've lost
What was
weight.
your original weight? Do you remember?
I was 72 kg plus, because I was. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's your weight now?
I can't tell.
You can't tell.
No.
But you believe you have lost a lot of weight
Physically,
physically.
it shows on me. And one thing that even got me, my ward was sick.
Your
My child was sick.
your child was your ward, okay.
Sick to the extent that I could see the life living out of him, and I had nothing. And I had already called everybody on my contact list for help.
You couldn't go back.
I couldn't go back to them. And I couldn't even get money to even go get drugs for my child.
Your wife couldn't help.
She was tired.
She was tired. Yeah. Because she was taking care of the home.
So I had to step out, go to people that you wouldn't want to go to for help. Call people that you will never call for help. So eventually I had to get money from somebody that there's no way on earth I would to go get drug for my child.
How much did you take?
200 cedis.
200 cedis. And that was just about enough for the medication for your child. You didn't take your child to the hospital?
I had to get first aid first because I felt the life living out of him.
Okay.
So I was thinking, so what if my child had died?
That would have broken you.
Yeah, like my child is innocent. I'm destroying my life. It shouldn't extend to my child.
Well, I'm not sure about destroying your life. You are a victim of a deliberate strategy to fleece people, unsuspecting people. That is what you have become, a victim of Aviator. That's what you are.
My life is destroyed because the people I'm owing is...
How much do you owe people?
Excess of 100,000 plus. Because like 200,000, I can say my wife is 25, so my wife...
Oh, you got to pay your
I
wife
back
at some point. But well, that's your wife. You can discuss.
Yes, so like over 200,000 is... My friend's 100,000 is...
Gone.
Is in the pipe.
What did you tell your friend anyway when your friend came back?
He has not come back yet.
He has not come back yet.
And he's like the conversation... I mean, I don't know if I've given myself out because I've mentioned the figure.
It doesn't. People owe more than that.
And the conversation that he's coming up is, the man they call me, he say, soon you'll come for your money.
Ah, right.
You know. And then the people that I've borrowed, I give them a
timeline.
And it's...
Due.
Yeah.
And when you, in your message, you said they are coming after me.
Yes. Everybody wants their money, and right now, like, it's very hard to come by money. And they want their monies. And they keep... People, somebody came to my workplace because the person was calling for them, and I was giving excuse upon excuse upon excuse. And they had to come to my workplace. And it was
it embarrassing?
Embarrassing.
What did your colleagues say? Because really, you had borrowed from all of them.
All of them. It was an embarrassing moment that I had to go to my manager for them to step in. So when my pay comes,
they deduct.
And they give it to that person. And everybody's like, there's this, I want to use the right word. Everybody's having their opinion as to why I've become this way. Like why I've gone so late. Because they knew I was this happy guy at work that's...
Very bubbly.
Yeah, now I've called into my shell. I'm a shadow of myself now. I'm always on myself. I now don't interact with people, and because you're thinking of how to get the money that you borrowed back. So you don't even have time to socialize.
But if that money is given back to you, are you paying the people or you're going back to Aviator?
No. At this point now, I just want to pay them so that I'll be free. Like I'm shackles on my hands and my feet. That they've thrown into the deep sea and you're sinking. And you're shouting for help and no one hears you. You're shouting for help in your head because you can't say it out loud.
Because you're too embarrassed to tell everyone that you were betting.
Yes.
Should Aviator be banned?
I think betting as a whole, I have a problem with the government. I have a serious problem with the government. Why would you, if you want to ban betting, do you think the 10% tax will be enough? That's a way to make money out of people who are people's money, because you don't give them money to bet. So how then do you want to take 10% tax from my winnings? You don't even know how much I've lost. And if I win 1,000, so you take 10%.
Isn't it a way to discourage people from going?
How can that discourage?
I mean,
how you
it's not far-reaching enough.
Not far-reaching.
Okay. What should happen then?
If you really want to end betting, stop these betting companies.
You think that should happen in Ghana?
As easy as ABC. Because the life that is destroying and the income that you are. I mean, I was hearing GRA saying they made. I mean, the first month they made. How can you sing this praise?
They are priding themselves on
Yes.
how much they've made from sports betting.
Betting.
Meanwhile, lives are being destroyed on a daily basis.
And let's let the GRA come out to tell us that the money that we got from betting, we use it for this to better the lives of Ghanaians or better life of people who are betting.
Maybe you should go into rehab centers, as an idea.
Building more rehab centers
Will not help?
it's like encouraging people to.
No, because, for instance, in your case, you need to speak to a professional. You need to speak to a professional because you have become an addict. You're addicted to it. You need professional help. Do you understand? And it's not easy to come by such help. You get it. So that's what I mean. But of course, I totally agree with you that we should do better than we're doing, because the messages that I saw in my DM on X alone yesterday scared me. I couldn't sleep, and I'm not going to lie about it. It haunted me because these are young people, 25, 26, 18. Somebody started when he was 13 years old. He's now 17, and he's totally hooked. He's addicted to betting, and he doesn't know what to do. And he's asking me, Nanaba, how do I stop? I have no idea, because I'm not professionally trained to give such advice. Do you understand? And so you think that it should be banned?
Totally banned.
Totally banned.
Yeah. If the government wants to help, because the 10%, the 10%.
Can they start with Aviator? And I hear Aviator is on a number of betting. Is on the betting platforms.
On all of them.
All of them have it.
Yes, it started with Sportybet. Then I think Betway came in. Now all of them have it. All of them have it. All the betting companies have it.
Do you think they know what people like you are going through?
They do. Because they invented it at the first place. So they do.
And then they know how much you're all losing every day.
Yes. They do. They do. See, when you're on the platform, you see somebody betting 10,000, 5,000, like at a go.
Right. They bet that much?
Oh, yeah, they do. So somebody will win, say, 500,000, and within like 10 minutes, and you see, I'm saying that when it gets to that point, yeah, so to start coming down, because you keep winning, you get 500,000. So when you lose, like 10,000, 5,000, it goes like, no, I have to get back. Then it will start going bad. It can play bad like 20 times in a row.
I think it's engineered by the companies.
Engineered. It's artificial intelligence, and they've studied the human nature, knowing that if you lose 10 cities to something, you want to get that 10 cities back. You will never give up because you want to get it back.
You think betting generally should be banned?
It should. Because it's ripping people of their entire savings, their life savings, and people's lives.
People's lives.
Yeah.
You mentioned in your message to me that people are committing suicide.
Yeah.
Do you know anyone personally who committed suicide?
So I've heard.
You've heard?
Yeah. And I was told.
Okay.
Yes, I've heard.
Did you come close?
For my kids, no.
You thought about your children?
Yeah. And I have people looking up.
Up to you.
Up to me, yeah.
Okay. I have the
Yeah.
Aviator. Mm-hmm. That's the so this is where you've been spending your life, on your phone, right? And shockingly, I mean, I'm seeing this for the first time. I've never seen it before in my life. I'm seeing this for the first time, and it shows you what people are winning.
Yeah.
you see what others are winning and you think, if they can win that, then I can too. And that's what keeps you glued.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And you mentioned that you saw someone win 500,000.
Oh yeah, people win
How
a
did you
lot.
feel when you saw that 500,000 go?
It could be me. You know, somebody has won that same amount with just one city. Yeah. Oh, people even win. So it can go as high as okay. So Sporty Bet is 250,000 is the highest. So if you place one city and it can go as high as 1 million. You know. So some people just put one city and just leave it there for it to go.
And then they win big.
You win big.
And it's the same on the other platforms.
So I think other apps have their limits. Every app and their limits.
Okay.
Yes.
But you're on Sporty Bet. That's why you.
So I go on Sporty Bet. I go on Betway. I go on Sports. I mean, you want to
There are so
Shuffle
many
it.
of them.
yes. Yeah. You want to try some. If this is going bad, you want to go here and see if that place will be playing good.
Okay. Now, on all of these betting sites,
Yes.
and even with the commercials they roll out,
Yes.
they tell you to bet responsibly.
It's just
Bet responsibly. I mean, do you see that word, responsibly? Do you see it?
but they know nobody will be responsible. It's just a jargon.
How is it a jargon?
It's just like MTN saying everywhere you go.
They are not everywhere you go.
It's just a jargon.
Well, for me, everywhere I go, MTN works for me.
It's not everywhere. I
It's like-
no, maybe you've not been to places that do.
That's a good one. Anyway, but it is there.
It is there, okay, but
Whether they mean it or not is not the case here. But it is a warning to you to bet responsibly. And so if you bet 500 cedis, then you know that for today I have only 1,000 cedis in my wallet. And you bet half of it. You need to stop because
You need
that's where the responsibility comes
you
in.
need to stop. But then you've lost.
So
No,
you
you
stop.
knew
You
you were
stop.
going to
You
lose.
stop.
For a while. When that 500 goes, you stop. Maybe you played in the morning, so you stop the rest of the day and try to get it back in the evening.
You are responsible for just a few hours of the day.
You could say so.
Right.
And I don't know if there'll be a psychologist to delve deep into this. We are humans. And when you lose something, you like want to get it back. I mean, any way, any means, get it back. Okay, so them saying that bet responsibly, no, Charlie,
It doesn't do it for you.
all be lie. I mean,
It's like alcohol. You know your limits, don't you? Do you take alcohol?
already.
You do.
Okay,
You know
sure.
your limits. You know when you are getting drunk, when
Yeah.
you're tipsy.
Yeah.
You know you have to stop at this point.
Yeah.
Isn't it the same concept for betting?
What have you lost? I mean, when you're drunk, you don't lose nothing.
Oh, you're losing your conscience. You're losing common sense.
You lose common sense.
Yeah.
But it doesn't hurt as much as losing your money.
Right.
Okay, because alcohol, you need money to buy the alcohol. Okay, so you don't. Some people even bet to get alcohol. So if you don't have money to buy alcohol, I get where you're coming from. Okay, but then losing money
It's different
is
from.
different from.
So it's a bad comparison to make. Right?
I wouldn't say so.
No, but my point is that you are belittling that information that the betting companies put out there. You think that they are required to put it there. It's not from their hearts.
It's not from your heart.
Okay, would you rather the betting companies put a system in place that checks you, so that if you spend to a certain limit, it automatically stops you from going further? Would that be?
That will help, but would they? Because they're also making money from it. That's the question. Would they?
So the responsibility is on you.
Yes, and everybody in their pockets, so they wouldn't know because somebody's betting 5,000, somebody's 10,000, somebody's betting 50 per square, somebody's betting, so they wouldn't. I don't know how they will know if this guy is going overboard because somebody's betting 10,000 at a go.
Right.
and somebody's betting
One
one
city.
cedi.
I get your point.
So how would they know this person's, unless maybe that one cedi? And the thing is that when you have 10,000 in your account, okay, you start betting from 1,500, and when it gets to, even when you have 0.1 in your account, you bet for that 0.1. I think it will go high.
That's addiction.
You've lost and you want the money back.
Do you agree that you are addicted?
I sure think so. Yeah, I am, because every penny I get goes into it. I can be starving and ask someone for money for food, and I'll get to the vendor
To buy food?
to buy food, and I'll think, shall I have lost too much? What is food?
Then you make a U-turn.
I sometimes, when I went from them, I walk to the Momo vendor to withdraw the money, and right there and then I'll lose everything. It's like you've won from them, you've withdrawn it into your Momo wallet, walking to the vendor to take it, withdraw it from your Momo wallet. You'll be like, then I don't know. There's this voice that speaks to you. It speaks to your mind.
Why don't you try it?
Why don't you try again? That thing will be evil, though. I don't know. Like, it's serious. You'll be sleeping at night and you just wake up.
To go and play.
It will call it. I don't know if people come out after I have come out. It'll be calling you like. When you're out, you understand? I'll be sleeping. I don't keep the phone in my bedroom anymore. I keep it somewhere, like, so that
Because you don't want the temptation.
I don't want the temptation.
Well, you have a bit of control then, self-control.
But then you be sleeping and you just wake up.
And then you go for the phone.
Then you go for the phone and go and play. Yeah, that's how bad it is. That's how bad it has become. You be at work and nobody see you. Where's he? I'm playing.
You're playing. Where do you go to play? In the office? You hide?
Yeah, I hide. Go play. It's bad.
And you said that you withdrew from everyone.
Yes, eventually.
Eventually, you just decided to avoid everybody. Would you say you were getting depressed?
I am depressed. Because I sometimes sit down and start weeping. It's shameful. I mean, how am I going to tell my friend that I've lost all this 100 and something thousand on Aviator? Like, somebody not trust you? Like,
what did your wife say when you finally told her?
I don't think my marriage even exists now, because it's virtually, like, my marriage is virtually over, because I don't bring nothing home. And in this modern day, when at the end of the month, your wife knows you are paid, so we're expecting you to take off the home, and you come home and you're like, there's no money, and like it keeps happening.
But you still live together?
Yeah, it's like cohabitation now, because there's nothing. There's no love.
There's no affection. Did she try to get you help? Did she try to talk you out of it?
Yeah, she did.
But she was unsuccessful.
Unsuccessful.
Because you're so hooked.
So hooked to it.
At what point do you say to yourself that I need professional help?
See the life leading out of my kid.
Okay. But have you sought help? Have you tried to speak to a psychologist?
I don't have access to any psychologist. So the first thing was to try and get help from influential people in this country. And to my surprise, nobody even responded to my messages. Some read it. Like this.
You could see that they had read.
And You just left it. So I was even skeptical messaging you because as I said I've been your DMs for long, and I've admired you. I've admired you from afar. I mean,
Thank
for long.
you.
And it's I don't know if it's God's plan for me to meet you, because all the other messages
Yeah.
didn't get you.
Well, I get too many messages in a day.
You
But
know,
I was really surprised at the response. It was quick.
Yeah, because I had just picked up my phone
Yes.
to post something on Instagram, and then I saw your message came in.
yeah.
And then I saw the first few lines, and I thought it was a cry for help. And I had to.
I was actually crying when I messaged you. I was like, I had lost all hope. And I know a lot of people that have come in contact with you and their life changed.
Okay, you're giving me pressure now. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. So I was thinking, who can I seek help from? And I remember people's lives that have changed when they get into contact with you. I don't know if I'm allowed to mention names. Aviator
Right.
comes to mind.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a different person now.
So you're hoping to turn your life around.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I mean, I love the admission of where you are and where you want to go. But I think that it's not just about taking a decision that I want to turn my life around. I think it should start with speaking to a professional, speaking to a psychologist to guide you. You have a problem seeing a psychologist?
I don't.
Yeah, you need to see a psychologist, because the truth of the matter is that you owe over 200,000 cedis. You are desperate to pay that money. The fact also is that you are addicted to betting. And so even if I gave you 100 cedis now to get food, I'm not too sure of the next decision you will make. It starts with talking to a professional to help you. And trust me, it works. I've seen so many people speak to psychologists and they have come out great, because it's not a decision you make on your own. When you have hit rock bottom, you can't make that decision on your own. I admire you. I admire your willingness, but I think that you also need a bit of counseling, a bit of guidance. Don't you agree? You get the point I'm trying to make. All right. As you ponder over what I've just said, one of the messages that I received on X came from a gentleman who said that I was introduced to this Aviator game. I could win like 1,000 with just 500, but I would lose everything. Then I got a job and moved to Accra. I was still playing. I couldn't keep money anymore. I used my salary and I would lose everything. I don't eat. I just want to play. One night I won 100,000 cedis. I couldn't stop playing that night till I lost everything. I started sleeping at work in the washroom. For 7 months, I have gambled all my salary. This is a very familiar tale to you.
He wants to.
He wants his 100,000 back.
He won't stop playing.
He wants to.
He won't stop playing.
He won't stop playing. Oh, you're experienced.
Because he won't get it back. Until he gets help. There are more of these stories out.
When you say help, what do you mean? Are you talking about financial help?
Well, psychologically and emotionally.
Thank you. Thank you. That's the most important bit. Because it is when you're able to overcome this, then you can be trusted with money.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the bottom line. Yeah. But I am grateful that you chose to open up to me. I am touched by it. And I can guarantee you this, that I am going to help you seek the treatments that you need. I'm going to speak to a number of psychologists and figure out one who is willing to give you their service for free to help you through
I'll be grateful.
this turbulent time of your life. But like I told you the other day in the DM that you don't give up. You know, you keep believing, because you use an expression in your that you've become a shadow of yourself, a pale shadow of yourself, and you want to see the original Prince, as I choose to call you, back. And I will try to get you that kind of help. But for now, I'm not trusting you with money. Who? You want me to give you money?
I don't,
Hey,
I don't
you
need
go
to,
to Aviator.
I don't need to.
Have you tried to delete the app?
Oh, I can't. I've even blocked one of my. You can self-exclude yourself for a number of. So I've self-excluded myself on one of them for 2 years.
Okay. Oh, so you were on different.
Oh yeah,
Hey.
because when this place is playing bad, you want to go try
Somewhere
else.
else.
If
That place will be good.
You are a major investor.
You could say so.
You're a major investor.
You could say so.
Yeah. But thank you. Thank you for talking to me. And I pray and hope that you overcome this and turn your life around. I mean, nothing will give me so much joy than to sit with you again over drinks and laugh about the strides, the positive strides you have made. I can't wait for that day, and I hope it is soon.
And this meeting you is a stepping stone, because not everybody gets to see you.
You make me feel special and blush.
You are special.
Thank you.
Not everybody gets to meet you on a daily basis. So if I've been able to meet you, sit down with you and talk to you, I mean, it's a plus.
Yeah.
So thank you too.
I'm glad we met. Thank you for talking to me. It's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed this conversation. It is part of our next series coming up in the next 1 month. We're focusing on betting and betting addiction. If you have a story to share because you believe you've become addicted, or you want to stop but haven't found the energy and will inside you to stop, and you want to share your story, I'd be happy to hear from you. Kindly send me a DM on X and Instagram. Also, if you're a psychologist out there, clinical psychologist out there, and you want to reach out to any of these addicts who have made a decision to stop betting, please reach out and offer your services for free. Emphasis on free, but effective and efficient help. Thank you so much.